So, guys, it's David here, and I hope you guys are doing well and, like always, are doing better than yesterday. So, if you have been catching up or caught up to my recent videos, you'll realize that yesterday I made perhaps one of the most irrational and dumbest decisions I could possibly do, right? And that was to try meth again. Right? Try meth simply to just feel the pleasure, right? Feel the pleasure when just jacking off 24/7 because you're lonely as fuck. All right, that's literally the whole reason. Now, initially, I had a different reason for doing it. Now, obviously, your reason does not matter, but it does tell a lot about you. Right? For example, my reason when I did it again was because I was actually, funny enough, being very consistent, right? Being very consistent, achieving a new level of self, right? Building momentum. And because of the success I was feeling, like how great I was feeling about myself, I thought this was a thing I could reward myself with. And literally, in that moment, I felt good about it. But after I went through with the purchase, guess what? I became complacent. Why? Because you can't juggle the both of them and achieve success, right? One obviously brings you down, and the other is habits that will elevate you. But sometimes, our mind can be a little bit funny and pulls these tricks, right? To bring up these old habits, old behaviors, self destruction things because it used to bring us pleasure, it used to bring us joy. And we, in a way, associate that joy as a reward system. And if you're uncareful enough, you will slip up, right? You will slip up. Like literally, the first instinct wasn't even about I was desperate for lust or whatever, because I don't lust anymore. And I only lusted when I was high as shit. Obviously, I don't condone that shit, but that's just the truth. But that was my reason, at least, right? Success made me go down this rabbit hole. Now, what do we do now? You may ask, David, what do you do now? Like, you must feel so shit about yourself. And I could be fortunate enough just at this stage to not experience any, bad calm down just simply because I actually did not sleep. And I think if you don't sleep on it, for some reason, like the withdrawals don't really kick in, right? Every time for me, it was always like after I sleep, right? After I refuel my body with water and food. That is when like the real shit, like, like you better be prepared. You know what I mean? Like that's the type of shit that will happen tomorrow. But even then, what do I do now? Like you may say, oh, if it feels so good, wouldn't you, try and chase the same high? And yes, you could, but I can't. I simply can't because even at my example or my reason of trying it again, I understood that this was not a lifestyle I could maintain while also elevating life, right? I simply can't. It is like going out to the movies as a reward. Obviously, those two are totally, out of reach and unrelatable, but it has the same kind of ideology, right? If you go to the movies every single day, well, guess what? You're not going to have time. It may not be as self destructive and as harmful to your body, but it is stealing your time. It is hindering you from your goals. Same with substances, same with alcohol, same with everything else, right? The level of damage it does to you varies, but it all does one thing: it diminishes and hinders your progress. It delays it, it reduces it. In any way, it self sabotages the things you have built. So even if it is reward that gets you a little bit relaxed, gets you a little bit easy, you still have to understand that there are better ways around this. Now, funny enough, coming from a guy who literally just made the most stupidest choice, but hey, we learn. And what am I going to do tomorrow? Is I am going to go to the gym because it has actually been 2 days since I've gone. I was going to go today, but I haven't slept, and it's pretty late. So I know, bitched out, but tomorrow, that's literally my goal. Go to the gym, get my haircut done because I literally have just been degrading myself in self-care. Like literally, I have literally been degrading my self-care, right? And my self-respect to myself, which is horrible. And most importantly, I am going to live by the principles that I had relevated through my period of experience of yesterday. And that was to not delay things that you said you were going to do, right? To simply not delay it. And I do believe if I can just take anything from yesterday's, treacherous life experience, then that is one lesson that will prove immensely valuable and may just make the whole 2 weeks self degradation worth it? Because if you can master that, if I can master that, then shit, like, I will get shit done, right? Because I'm not sure if you guys know, but like when you're on, ice, like shit, you will get shit done, right? So just imagine like you being that without needing anything. Obviously, you'll make better choices because you are rationalized. Well, on substances, you make the most dumbest decisions because you are irrationalized. So, that's a big difference that I really want to learn. Because once again, guys, like this mindset video I saw online, he talks about like how, if one area of your life sucks, like if you're not paying attention to one area of your life, if one area of your life is messy and unkept, then it is going to spring and infect all the other areas of your life. In other words, and in another quote or a saying is that you don't have a business problem, but you have a self problem that manifests in your business. And that goes with everything, guys. So I do believe that I have this self problem, which is why I've been delaying so many things because I think it's important. But with this attitude, with this lack of careness, then how do I expect myself to care about anything eventually? Because eventually I won't. And it is literally being proven as we speak right now. I am not really caring that much about this online business. I'm not really caring about building an app. I'm not really caring about shit at all. And, to really understand what it means to care is something I don't even really understand, to be honest with you guys, but we'll figure it out and we will figure it out. And, but the first step, guys, is to just stop delaying that shit. Stop delaying it. And, that's literally one principle I'll live by and I'll start living it tomorrow. Matter of fact, today. Let's start living it by today. But with that being said, guys, that's all I got to say for today. And I do hope you guys had learned something from this. But if not, like always, I'll be here for you guys tomorrow. I'll be here. But until then, good night.